A little bit of a longer one today because the Okaloosa County School District's grades from the Department of Education were released by the Florida Department of Education. And I thought it'd be great to kind of dive into what they mean for the Niceville area specifically. So the big headline is the Okaloosa County School District is an A district once again. It's one of 13 or 14 A-rated school districts in the state. Most of the districts in the state are rated a B. And then there's about the same number of C districts as there are A districts. 2 or 3, Gadsden, Jefferson, and one more did not get a full rating yet. The school district released these as benchmarks to basically figure out where everybody is. But you can dig into the data even further than the district level. You can actually go to each individual school and each type of grade that these kids get for their standardized testing and other variables. This is how the school districts This is how the individual schools get measured. It's based on up to 7 different variables. 4 of those variables are standardized testing. They only have 3 of which in elementary school. The middle school acceleration rate, which is basically how ready kids are for high school. The college career readiness statistics, so basically how many kids have taken and passed an AP exam or an ACE exam, IB, or have a career certification in place by the time they graduate from high school, graduation rate, and basically variables like that. And they take all those numbers, put them together, and figure out of the total number of possible points you could have, so 100% for each category, they divide how many points you actually got, and if you're above a certain number, you get a certain grade. And that number, that benchmark number for an A grade, changes from elementary to middle to high schools to combined schools like the Lewis School, which goes K through 8. So there's a lot of moving parts here. So I hope that's all clear as soda. I don't know, not mud, not water. A little complicated. Basically, they take a bunch of tests and a bunch of statistics, make them into one big statistic, and give you a number. And looking at each individual school, you can kind of see where their performance is. So the best overall school that we have here in Okaloosa County, according to this data set, is Okaloosa STEMM, the middle school that, focuses on science, technology, engineering, mathematics, stuff like that. And it's the number 2 middle school in all of the state, according to these metrics that the school district or the Department of Education has put out about all these schools. Ruckel is not far behind. It's number 60 out of, more than 1,000 schools. So it's in the top 5% of schools teaching middle schoolers, 6th through 8th graders. So big wins on the middle school front. On the high school front, the the Collegiate High School at Northwest Florida State College is one of the best schools in the state. And Niceville, Niceville High School, your regular traditional high school, is number 50. It's one of the top 50 schools in the state, bar none. So the high schools in Niceville are just amazing. Elementary schools, also very good. Edge Elementary went from a B back up to an A rating. They had gone down to a B rating the year before, but were able to bring scores up, get other variables up to get them back up to an A rating. Both Plew and Bluewater are the number 1 and number 2 schools in the elementary schools in the county. So Bluewater's number 1, Plew's number 2, and they held very strong, way above the minimum requirements to keep an A rating for those elementary schools. The Lewis School was the only school that didn't get an A rating from the Department of Education. It got a B rating. It's its 2nd B rating in a row, but prior to that had a long run of A rankings. So it's interesting to see what all of those data say. You can see a little bit more about it in our article on midbaynews.com. And of course, we have put a link for you masochists that want to look through reams and reams of paper that contain numbers, data, and all that other good stuff. So check it out, midbaynews.com.